way the wind blows is fine with me.
Hi, this is Pete Howard, Director of Concert Posters for Heritage Auctions. And what a super duper, I have to look up new words to use for this one, concert poster from the David Schwartz Concert Poster Collection, a tribute to Ming the Merciless. Oh my goodness. A family dog concert poster so early, it's like it was found in an archaeological dig or something. I mean, just ridiculous. The first week of November 1965. I mean, that's before any Bill Graham concert, any Fillmore or Avalon thing, you know, any acid test, any Mime Troupe benefit, any Grateful Dead anything. That's when this poster dates from. You know, when I was told this was coming in, when David told me he was bringing this into July, it was just, it was a high watermark for me personally for the concert poster auctions I've been doing for years at Heritage. You know, it was like, really? A Ming? What color is it? Really? Blood red with glittery gray lettering. How great does this look? Oh my gosh, and it's just stupid rare. I mean, just almost nobody has it. It's just ridiculous. Even the Art of Rock book, they had to picture it because you know how they are with the family dog and stuff. They have a terrible image of one. It's really dark and shadowy. It's a different one, different color. Well, you know, this one, the glittery gray letters on that red paper, they were all hand done, so they're all a little bit different. And I just love that. That's the original glitter, of course. Everything's original, needless to say. Just such a, you know, just a San Francisco earthquake of history and pop culture with this, and certainly all the acid rock concerts and everything. I mean, this is like much rarer than an FD1, you know, or an FD2 or an FD3 or the acid test poster and stuff. It's just, you know, just almost non-existent. It's a one-hander, you know, 2, 3, 4, you know, just absolutely crazy. So, but let me set this up for you in case you're not fully familiar with the family dog thing, because it could be confusing. Because the family dog, everybody, of course, the mainstream family dog was run by Chet Helms, and he had shows starting at the Fillmore in February of '66, running through a couple of months through April, and then switched to the Avalon Ballroom. But first, before Chet got involved with the family dog, there were 4, you know, like hippies and friends who were comic book readers who had a loose collective that they called the Family Dog. And in the fall of 1965, they decided to throw 3 dance concerts, you know, just for the heck of it, and for the fun of it, and for profit. And one of those 4 people was Alton Kelly. That's right, the Alton Kelly, who later teamed up with Stanley Mouse. And Mr. Kelly, yes, did this poster. So, you know, they decided at least 1 or 2 of them were real comic book, you know, Luria Castell, whatever, real comic book readers. And so they decided, you know, rather than just say dance concert, Longshoremen's Hall, let's give them some cachet and name them after comic book characters, and not big mainstream ones like Superman and Batman. Let's name them after, you know, comic book characters maybe that only those in the know would know. And so you had, the first one was a tribute to Doctor Strange, second one a tribute to Sparkle Plenty, and this one a tribute to Ming the Merciless. That's right there on the poster, and he was a 1940s comic book character. Now, these dances were not tied in any other way to the comic books. They were just named that. Once you walked in the hall, you know, nobody was wearing, you know, what do they say, cosplay costumes or anything like that of these characters at all. The first dance featured the Jefferson Airplane, the second one, the Lovin' Spoonful, and this one, the third and final one, well, all it had was future legend Frank Zappa with the Mothers, but they didn't have of invention added to their name yet, and the good old Charlatans, always there when you need them. So they made just a really, as you can imagine, with this kind of work into each one, the glitter and everything, they made only a tiny amount of these handcrafted posters, and they sure cooked up some fun wording for them as well, I'll say that. I'll quote a couple lines from the poster. An unquestioned power, the family dog. Is that right? And how about wham bang wide open stoned dance? Oh my gosh, do you realize, I mean, that was just a red flag for the authorities. I mean, back then in San Francisco in '65, you could do jail time for a joint. So nobody ever used terms like stoned and stuff. That was really ballsy, if you will, of the Family Dog kids. But it's there on the poster, and of course now we just love it. It adds such a fun element to it. And you notice the name on there, by the way. Don Sturdy is the MC. I haven't been pointing things out, but of course you can see them on there. Well, that was just a pseudonym for Howard Hesseman, the actor, who went on to play in WKRP in Cincinnati, a big hit in the 1970s with Lonnie Anderson and everything. So that's a really fun thing. Just a killer poster. And of course, the first time ever Heritage Auction. Just, again, I was so amazed to hear this was coming in from David, and it's just a high water mark to be able to sit here and tell you about Ming the Merciless, you know, one of the 3 Family Dog dances in late '65 before everything started to take off commercially with Bill Graham's involvement and then Chet Helms. So you got to read all about it. I really spent a lot of time on the description and to see close-up pictures and everything. You know, once again, from the David Schwartz Concert Poster Collection. So that means this is on the Friday of our Friday-Saturday sale. Friday, 7/11. That's how you can remember July 11th. And it will be, if you want to see all the information and pictures, just drop by ha.com/7420.